way because you all are a frightening sight. All right, we gave a challenge to the church to memorize Romans chapter 8. And we had a Bible offered, and if my understanding is correct, you nod your head, yes or no, all right? If my understanding is correct, you've got a grandpa that you wanted to have that Bible. Is that right? Is that the one that's in the hospital right now? All right, so we want to get you that Bible today. As a matter of fact, she's already earned the Bible, and I told her that if she doesn't make it through, that's all right, because I've already listened to her all the way through twice. All right, so here we go. You ready? Romans chapter 8.
No condemnation to those who are in Christ Jesus. Do not walk according to the flesh, but according to the Spirit. For the law of the Spirit of life in Christ Jesus has made me free from the law of sin and death. What the law cannot do that it was weak in the flesh, God did by sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh. On account of sin, he condemned sin in the flesh, that the righteous requirements of the law might be fulfilled in us who do not walk according to the flesh, but according to the Spirit. For those who live according to the flesh set their minds on the things of the flesh, but those who live according to the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against God, for it is not subject to the law of God, nor indeed can be. So then, those who are of the flesh... No.
I have to bring a Bible. What's the next line?
So those are not in the flesh cannot please God. But you're not of the flesh, but of the Spirit. For if the Spirit of him who raised Jesus from the dead, if indeed the Spirit of God dwells in you. Now if anyone does not have the Spirit of Christ, he is not his. And if Christ is in you, the Spirit is the body is dead because of sin, but the Spirit is life because of righteousness. But if the Spirit of him who raised Jesus from the dead dwells in you, he who raised Christ from the dead will also bring life to your mortal bodies through the Spirit of him who dwells in you. Therefore, brethren, we are debtors, not to the flesh, to live according to the flesh. For if you live according to the flesh, you will die. But if by the Spirit you put to death the deeds of the body, you will live. For as many who are led by the Spirit of God, these are sons of God. For you did not receive the spirit of adoption, or the spirit of bondage against your fear, but you have received the Spirit of adoption, by whom we cry out, Abba, Father. For the Spirit himself bears witness with our spirits that we may become children of God. And if children and heirs, heirs in God and joint heirs with Christ, that if we suffer together, we suffer with him, we may also be glorified together. Therefore I consider that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which is yet to be revealed in us. For the earnest expectations of creation eagerly waits for the revealing of the sons of God. For the creation was subjected to futility, not willingly, because of him who subjected it in hope. For the creation will also be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. For we know that the whole creation groans and labors with birth pangs together until now. Not only that, but we also who have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves, groan within ourselves, eagerly waiting for the adoption and redemption of our body. For we are saved in this hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For so then why does one still hope for what he sees? But if we hope for what we do not see, we will eagerly live with it with perseverance. Likewise, the Spirit also helps us in our weaknesses. For we do not know what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit makes intercessions with us with groanings that cannot be uttered. Now he who searches the heart knows what the mind of the Spirit is, because he makes intercession for the saints according to the will of God. Now, for we know that all things work together for the good of those who love God, who have been called according to his purpose. For whom he foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he may be the firstborn among many brethren. For whom he foreknew, these, for whom he predestined, these he also called. Who he called, these he also justified. Whom he justified, these he also glorified. What then shall we say to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? For he who did not spare his own son, but delivered him up for all of us, how can he not through him also freely give us all things? For can he not give us all things? For who shall bring a charge against God's elect? It is God who justifies. Who is he condemned? It is Christ who died, and furthermore is also risen, who is now at the right hand of God, who also makes intercession for us. What then what shall separate us from the love of Christ? It is God. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or peril, shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword? For as it is written, for your sake we are killed all day long, we are counted as sheep for the slaughter. But in all these things we are more than just conquerors through him who loves us. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other created thing shall be able to separate us from the love of God which is in Christ Jesus our Lord.